This is North Dakota Today.
Well, good morning. Welcome to North Dakota Today. I'm Anna Johnson.
And I'm Phoenix O'Connor.
And it's Thursday, so it's Friday Eve again.
Friday, I was just to
Here
say,
we
it's
go.
Friday Eve. Friday Eve, favorite day.
Oh, boy, Friday.
But
I need Friday.
I'm ready to hear your exciting
You
news.
are,
And was it a yes or was it a no?
Yeah, it was a yes.
Oh, awesome. How many
and
pounds?
So, I don't know. He's like 10 pounds or something.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's having a rough minute because first of all, we took him away from his twin brother.
Oh.
And then second, he had to get a booster shot right before we took him. So it was just like misery all around. And so last night I was a lot more gentle and I was like, okay, I know you're supposed to crate train, but I was like, he's really getting used to a new place. There he is right there, everyone.
Oh, so cute.
So I actually slept on the floor last night with him.
Oh.
And using the term sleep very loosely because he wanted to do that for a good portion of the night. So,
Yeah.
you know how puppies are with their little puppy teeth. But he's super cute. He's super lovable. He just really, really loves the good snuggle. And
Yes.
yeah, so that was him this morning when he kind of came around a little bit and was like, okay, feeling more comfortable. I can play now. But yeah, so we named him Gus. As of this morning. It took us all night to figure that one out. And
Was that the first? What was the original name? Remember it being something kind of
we
cute?
talked about Gus too,
Oh.
but it just, we wanted to give the kids a chance to pitch in, and I hate to be that mom, but some of the names they pitched in, I was like, no.
Okay, come on, let's give some of
All
the
right,
names.
so my son said Axel, which I was like,
Oh, Axel Rose?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just there was like 1,000 kids named Axel a few years ago, so I was like, it's not really for me. And then my daughter kept coming up with princess names, and I'm
No.
like, honey, again, he's a boy.
Yeah.
So I just didn't feel like, you know, Aurora was the correct name for him. I don't know. We ended up watching Psych last night and kind of decided that Gus was the way to go. But look at his little face.
He
Isn't
is
cute?
really a cutie. So is he going to get much bigger than that, or is he going to stay that same size?
For sure under 25. So he's only 9 weeks right now. He'll probably get a little bit bigger, but
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be huge. He'll always be kind of a small dog, which is just
Good.
perfect. And I can carry him around with one arm.
Aw.
He's just little, so. Yeah, so he's adorable. Did not sleep well, but you know, that's what they say. Puppies are like babies, and boy, are they.
Yeah. Well, so what are some advice or some tips? 'Cause I know it's been a long journey for you, and as myself, still in the expecting time, it is kind of a process. I think it's important to find the right dog. If you know it's not going to work out, it's better to say no so it can find the dog's forever home, because you are bringing someone into your family.
Yeah.
It is a serious commitment.
I know. One of my biggest things, because we did go meet the foster parent, and I told her, I just need to see him around the kids, because as long as he's not aggressive, we're good. He'll get used to us. We'll enjoy each other. One thing that is interesting is my 2-year-old is the only one in the house that he's like, bye. Like he's just, I was like, do you want to go get a puppy? And he's like, no.
Oh.
I'm like, should we bring him home? No. And then we had him earlier today, and he was like, bye, puppy. And I was like, no, he's going to be here. So I don't know if it's just a little bit of jealousy.
Maybe it is. It's like having the new baby in the house. It's like,
Right.
wait, no, I'm the baby still.
And he doesn't understand. We've talked to the kids so much. You have to be gentle and you have to be quiet. And he doesn't really understand. Like when I'm like, oh, throw the ball, he like throws it at the puppy's head, and I'm like, no, that's not.
Yeah.
So we're getting better though. He's learning. We're all learning. But yeah, I think there's a little bit of jealousy. So just be aware of that if you have a toddler. Although the older kids seem to do really, really well with him. So
Well, that's good.
yeah, it is good. I would just say, you know, they always say anticipate you're not going to get a lot of sleep. That is partly true because it's just such an unfamiliar situation. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so give yourself some time. And they say, like, we actually signed a contract, 72 hours. You have to keep it for 72 hours. You have to give it time to acclimate, to see if you vibe. If you don't, you can give it back. But like, take your 72 hours. Don't get overwhelmed. It gets better, but you just really have to understand going into it. It's going to suck for a little while, so yeah.
You mean your house is going to be filled with love?
Yeah, that's
for
what I
a long
meant.
time.
Yeah. But in about 2 days, everything's going to be peachy. It's just right now getting over that hurdle. But yeah, that's okay.
Understand. Well, I'm excited for you. I think it's a good thing, and I feel that it's important for children to grow up with an animal in the house. And here in North Dakota and Minnesota, I feel that children, they should feel really lucky because there's so many opportunities for, children in the outskirts just to, have a sheep or have a cow and really, be a part of a different culture that not every child gets to experience. And be around livestock, ride horses.
Circle of life.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
learn these things.
for us that live in Fargo, at least we get a dog or a cat. Yeah. You don't want to be that neighbor with the chickens, although I would love to have fresh eggs.
Hey, if you want some, I know a place. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Speaking
I'd like to buy them.
Yeah, speaking of Minnesota, North Dakota, Josh Duhamel. Josh Duhamel is on a new series. I don't know if you've heard about it yet. The thing about Pam. So apparently, and it's Josh Duhamel right behind us, folks.
Yes. There he is.
Apparently, this is a true story.
Okay.
And Pam is kind of the central character. Pam was the last person to see her friend alive. And so the story kind of follows, like they're trying to solve the mystery of what happened to her friend. And Renee Zellweger plays Pam. And boy, does she have range in this show because she doesn't look anything like herself. And it's it's interesting. I don't know where.
I'm assuming you watched the show a few times.
I just was reading about this. I don't know where the setting is for this show, but apparently, like they have Minnesota type accents. So I was like, that's interesting. And then of course Josh Duhamel fits right in. But yeah, star-studded cast rather. Josh is going to kind of tell us really quick about like what this show is about, or kind of what the show entails,
including being that North Dakota.
Is a real story. And this show is quirky and sort of irreverent and funny. We're talking about some pretty dark stuff.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'll have to check it out. I like comedies. Sometimes I was really addicted to Manifest for a while.
Oh,
goodness. And for me, it was good for the first few episodes. And then towards, I think it was episode 2, or not episode 2, but season 2, I'm just like, wow, that took a strange turn, and it just got really. I was like, oh my gosh.
The end of Lost kind of just went off the rails.
Yeah.
So.
But we have more to come up here on the Today Show. We have a local woman's parents urging you to take this month of action very seriously. We hear from Live Like Ranch Foundation, but first, here's your local Steals and Deals.